It says I'm live. You bet I am. Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome to Biz with Joy. Leaders leaving legacies. I am Joy Ruffen, and every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I come to you with an amazing topic that we have a good discussion about. I work as a signature style specialist, a leadership consultant, speaker, executive producer, TV host, and podcaster. My friends, it's all connected, it's all aligned. I have been tweaking quite a bit here lately, and you'll be hearing more about it soon, very, very soon. Whew, rushing around all day today. I never like to be late, so I'm glad that you're here and you waited for me. What wonderful news. It's always good to be here with you. I enjoy sharing time and space with you. And I love coming to you to share with you some nuggets and topics and tools and things that will be beneficial to you. And one of the things that we do in Biz to Biz, which we started off for men and women, was to share your story, your journey out into the stratosphere. And this is a fantastic platform, not this one, it will be soon, where we go out over 137 different platforms. And the beauty here, listen to this closely, it becomes evergreen. You never know when someone is going to connect with you because of them seeing you at some point in time. Oh, but my friends, bear in mind that our knowing and sense of time is vastly different from what's called real time. Oh, that's another story. That's a big story. Tonight's topic is amazing tips for you. Are you ready to embrace your self control? And you do have it. We talk about this in so many different ways, and I'm talking about it now because of something that I've started here, and I never want to forget. And I don't ever really forget. I just get excited to be with you and to share time and space with you. I know that the majority of you come for the replay because I see the numbers and I know how active everyone is, immersed, evolved, involved in what they're doing. And that's to be applauded, that's to be celebrated. Followings and people connecting as it used to be, it's no longer. Some people like to think that it is for all the numerous reasons. I think not, but it isn't important. It's what you feel is right for you at any given time. If you're here and here for the first time, share out this video because sharing is love. And that's one way that we know that it's being broadcast everywhere. Well, it is being broadcast everywhere anyway. So tonight, this afternoon, good morning, good day, good evening, maybe good night, depending on where you are, because we're international, we're global, we go everywhere. What are we going to talk about today? Again, I'm repeating, amazing tips for you. Ready? Of course you're ready. You're in leadership. This is a group and segment of people that we look for here, leaders. All the different segments, all the different areas, all the different arenas, all the different styles, the techniques, the method. As long as it has integrity and honor attached to it, truth, love, and beauty, it's leadership. So let's talk about what that's going to involve for us tonight. I always start off here late with quotes because my love, and I hope you feel the same, for quotes, it's never, ever ending. They bring so much to us, they give us so much. The good, the bad, and I like to say the almost and the so so. Because it's different for everyone. But they are very educational. They can be very inspirational. They can be enlightening. They can be enriching. They can be all of these things, contingent on what type of quote it is and what you're talking about. Well, tonight we're talking about self control, which, if you're in leadership, it's major, it's prime, paramount. You can't get around it. Now, that's not to say that every now and then you don't maybe blow up a little bit. Maybe say something that you wish you hadn't said, do something that you wish you didn't, hadn't. That's human. We are human. We're here in this body vessel, this temple, in this human form. What comes after this is a whole nother saga. Love the word saga because it's never ending. And it is contingent upon your belief and what you are here to do this time around. But quotes are fascinating for all the different reasons. So I've gathered together a couple here for us tonight. And the first one I'm going to read to you is it's by one of our favorite and famous Some of them are very iconic and left us a long time ago, but the reality is, this is why I love the word legacy. They never left us. They're still with us. And this is Alfred Lord Tennyson. Here's what he had to say: self-reverence, self-knowledge, self-control, these three alone lead life to sovereign power. Wow. How many times in all of our conversations that we've had, my friends, have we not alluded to that beautiful beginning word, SELF, as in Frank, dash, and then it goes on with so many more. Awareness, esteem, worth, it never ends. So he's saying that self-reverence, self-knowledge, self-control, that these three alone can lead to sovereign power. Well, when you get power and you know how to use power, then you're on point. You're on your way to the glory that you seek to share. Never forget, share and collaborate with others. That's what this life, we didn't come here to take anything. And we were not given any gifts to have to ourselves. It's all to share. And this is what in most every group that I'm involved with, this is a principle of their gathering, sharing. Sharing is great. And when you do that, sovereign power can come to you because you know how to collaborate with others to gain what you want and to make it a win-win for both. That in itself means that you are beginning to become involved and master your self-mastery, your self-stability and control. It's very powerful. What ties in with that? What connects to that? Well, let's see. If this is, by the way, I love Anonymous for all the different reasons, because it says that you can use it any and everywhere and you don't have to give kudos to that person, which is kind of, but when it says anonymous, it's a good thing. And this one is anonymous. But yet, I think we all could say it if we're in leadership in some way, because it says a lot, saying very little. Here's what it said, anonymous. If you learn self-control, you can master anything. Now, in a whole different vernacular, ain't that the truth? Indeed, it is. Self-control, especially when it comes to leadership, is really prime. It's at the top of the list, because whether it's anonymous or unknown, whoever said that, maybe most of us who are in leadership and understand the depth of it, we understand that. We get that. And there's a little something else I'll need to share with you a little bit later, but here's another one. And then we'll get going with it. Well, we're already into it. This said, we need self-control in our out-of-control world. That was said by James C. Collins. Now, sometimes maybe you're thinking, well, who said we're out of control? Who said we're living in a time span or time period here and now where we are out of control? Well, everything is up for conjecture. Everything is up for conversation. But my friends, I'm sharing with you that my knowing, my feeling, my seeing, my observing, it says to me that many of us have stepped out of the self-knowing about ourselves. And that leads to a lot of self not being in control. That's just my take on it. I'm sharing it with you. And I always embrace and look for comments back to me. And the one that ties in with that, and then we're on our way here, my friends. This was said by Robert Burns. Now, Robert Burns, I don't know anymore because, my time has passed somewhat, never passed. But back in the day in school, you were able to read all of these classic writers and poets and all of them, and they became a part of your learning and upbringing. And this was by Robert Burns. And I don't know who doesn't know of Robert Burns. Here's what he had to say. Prudent, cautious self-control is wisdom's root. Now, don't we all know what root means? ROOT. You bet we do. Prudent, cautious, self-control is wisdom's root. Now, doesn't that align and tie in with the three quotes that I just read off to you? You bet it does. Makes a lot of sense. Can you see where we're headed here? Embrace your self-control. If you're in leadership, now this broadcast, this biz to biz, this grouping here is for those who are in leadership, beginning leaders, middle time frame leaders, leaders who've been at it forever. It's for everyone. Leadership is asking, where are you headed with your leadership? Where are you taking people? What are you giving people? And it goes back to always being and belonging and knowing, or in the process. You know that I love in the process of knowing yourself. Know thyself. That's not to say that you can't be a leader, because no leader, no one knows everything. That's why we need each other. That's why we're into groups, circles, communities. We need each of us, everyone, because everyone comes here with different gifts to share. And it ought to be a collaborative sharing. Bottom line, my friends, we're always talking business. Your self-worth and your self-value and the value of what you're giving out and the time and the investment that you made in you to share, that need to be, it doesn't have to be paid back completely, but you can't just give it away constantly, because that means that you have not really gained the self-worth that you need. Because business, bottom line, is business. And anybody who's in leadership and understands that, they know that. You don't go asking for freebies and handouts all the time, because you know that real, genuine, true leadership understands bottom line and business. There are all kinds of variations that can come about. And we all know the full expression of ourselves, or we're in the process of knowing. No matter your beliefs, whatever your higher source, higher power, higher supreme being might be, no matter how you perceive your God and a higher source, the discovery of you is crucial. Crucial. And however you go about that, that's your business. As long as you're not blaming and putting dispersions on others, that's not good. Now, here I want to put up here for you, and I'd like for you to take a screenshot or a, let's see if I can do this. I hope I have it here. Woohoo! I do. I'd like it if you could take a screenshot or a snapshot, whatever works for you. Everybody does it differently. Don't you love that? I do. Different is good. Learning is fun. Even when it's a little, ooh. Take a screenshot or a snapshot, and this is my free gift to you. I'm not going to qualify it here because I like a little mystery and a little intrigue. And I want you to go there and get your freebie. And if it's not for you, I want you to be thinking about those that you know who might benefit from it, because it offers you an awful lot. Aren't we all here to discover and know with certainty who we are, why we're here, what we're to do while here? How are we to do it while here? Where do we do it? I'm adding all of the broadcasting, communication, journalistic, who, what, when, where, and how in there, but you get the message. You know what I mean. That's what this gives you. Now, contingent upon your outlook, your mindset, you might say, nah, that's not for me. Fine. No, we don't push anything on anybody here. We are the messengers, the guides. We deliver, and it's up to you to partake. And if it's not your special flavor lollipop, then just put it back in the dish. That's fine. This huge universe that we're in, it is humongous. And everybody comes to gather what they need at different times. And not everybody's ready to take up the banner and run in their leadership ring circle that you're in for all their reasons. Don't blame, don't judge. When their time is right, they'll either come aboard in this life or the next one or the next one. Whatever you believe in. Some people don't believe in reincarnation. I don't have an issue with that either. I used to, many moons ago, I used to expect everyone to be in the camp that I was in. When you began to have your awakening, you just hang that up, because people come when they're ready to come and share time and space with you, and not until. And most people have every kind of reason why they won't do that, because of this, that, and the other. Let it be. It's about your discovery. It's about the umbrella that you're on that fits you and serves you now so that you can serve others. And it will be different for everyone. But most people, the higher you ascend, the higher you rise in your vibrational gift that you were given, the more you leave people where they are and gather those to you who are meant to be with you. It doesn't matter whether it's Christianity, it's Judaism, it's Buddhism, it's Hinduism, it's Islam, and then you can go to all the others, Jehovah's Witnesses and Seventh-day Adventists and Baptists and Catholic. I mean, does it really matter? That's your decision. I've already made mine. And you decide on what's going to work for you. Your purpose is to follow the intentions of your soul's urge. Whatever that means to you. Maybe you're not really in sync with it yet. And if you're not, that means that embracing your self-control is really kind of wonky. That's okay. That's where you're at. You have to find out and choose what works for you and why it fits for you now. And not everything is going to fit for you. We are here in leadership to embrace and rise to our highest vibration, the highest possibilities and options that are available to us, our highest objectives, which always ought to go. And if it's not under that umbrella, then it means that we're not ready. Unconditional love, infinite love, and limitless love. And my friends, in order to embrace your self-control, to get to the self-mastery of you, it's going to take a lot of emotional healing, emotional intelligence, emotional security. Because when you begin to build on those three, it's going to take you to emotional stability and, you'll love this one, emotional abundance. It can be yours. Whatever that abundance means to you. It's different for everybody. Not everybody wants to be a billionaire, but people want to be comfortable and not have to worry and have anxiety over dollars and expenditures. And that can be once you begin to tap into the source, whatever that is to you, of why you're here and what you're to do, mastering your self-control and being able to do what you need to do without blame. Because that never works. There's so many ways that you can tell people that things aren't right and it's not for you and you don't agree without harming or hurting their sense of self-worth. Because when you have to do that, it just means that they're not ready. There's no reason to be harmful and hurtful to that individual. They're still beautiful. They're still gifted. There's still whatever source you're under, the child of the universe, and you are a part of it. So no blame. My friends, there's a masterclass that I have coming up on July the 13th. If you haven't registered, please register here and now. And I'm going to be changing and tweaking a lot of things, and I've been doing that forever. Seems to be part of my DNA, but that's okay. And this will become an evergreen and a masterclass as well. And already working and tweaking in that direction. You know why? Because so many of us women, you hear me, and this is for men and women, and it will remain that, but every good man looks for a good woman, a good lady, a good female. I use all three because I never will forget this lady said in the clubhouse. I'll never forget. Somebody said, that's okay, ladies first, you go first. And she said, not my language, but this is what she said, but she said, no, you go first. I ain't a lady. Woo! I'll never forget that. I don't know why, but my friends, it stuck. That's what she felt. That's what she said. And what can I say? It was what it is, what it is. But I always say female, women, ladies, because everybody goes under a different umbrella. But what I'm saying to you is that I've discovered in the time here that I've been doing this, that so many of us of late, and of late is contingent upon a lot of different things, are so invested in being who we are without knowing. And we're invested more in what I call, and I hope diplomatically and with a little bit of grace and dignity, the two B's and the V, top B, bottom V, and the V, you know what that is? And showcasing that in a way that takes away all of your dignity, your grace, your elegance, and sophistication. Your body is your vessel, your temple is to be cared for, and it's to be showcased where it presents, wow, admiringly so. Not what is that and how, what? And there's so many ways that we have to learn how to dress this body, this temple, this vessel that's ours, that was given to us in this life, in this form. And that's your decision. If you're hungry for attention and not the right, then you continue to do what you're doing, but it doesn't compute well. And that's what my assignment is for us who care, those who care, really care, to walk away and to get away from. So if you can, take a screenshot or a snapshot and join me there on Thursday at 4:30. The other thing too is that this gift that I'm showing to you, take a screenshot here again, because this is one of the best gifts that I can offer you. And let me just say this in case it's not for you. My friends, as a young girl, I had so many issues. I've spent my entire life searching and finding me, my joy, discovery. And I had a lot of help along the way, and I continue to get a lot of help and support. But I say that to say that when I discovered about a little over a year ago, really, I had started to volunteer in the juvenile detention center with young girls because I knew their pain, their anger, and their hurt. And I wanted to be a guiding light in that circle. And what I discovered is that the suicide rate among our young people today is absolutely, it'll blow you away. So if you know of any young, because what do we all want to know? We want to know, what is our gift? What is our special talent? Why are we here? We're stumbling and fumbling and we're struggling and we're searching, but we really don't know. And I have a friend, his name is Antoine Thompson. He works with young people, and the work that he's doing is stellar. It is so phenomenal. Please look him up, Antoine Thompson, and follow him, because the work that he's doing with young people it will blow you away. He absolutely has heart, soul, and every bit of his passion is there. You see it, you feel it, and you know it. And so if you know of a young person who could use give this to them as a gift, because they will benefit from it in more ways than you could ever imagine. Because the home structure as we knew it, most of us, no matter what generational range you're in, is slowly disappearing. Not dissolving completely, but it's not the same. So the kids don't get the foundational base that the majority of them need. And so this will offer them something that will maybe, hopefully, the prayers compensate a wee bit for what might be lacking. So just take that to heart and see how you can use that to benefit what you want to do with the young people that you know, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, your extended family, your godchildren, however it wraps up. It'll be a great gift for them. I don't know where the time goes, and I say this every week, and I don't know how to change it because I really mean it. It just seems to fly by. I want you, when you are ready, to begin to really think more about how you manage you, how you connect, relate, and converse with other people, regardless to what circle they're in, and how you have connected with them. How are you allowing them to shine, to show the best of themselves, so that they can learn to master self-control, where they are the masters of themselves. Remember, self-reverence, self-control, self-knowledge, these three alone lead to sovereign power. And you know what? Power is a word that's very endearing to me, along with leadership and femininity, truth, love, and beauty. That's what it all boils down to. And no matter when we talk about power, most people misconstrue the true essence of what power means. It begins with us. It begins with each individual. And once you begin to gather your sense of knowing who you can be the messenger, the guide, the way shower for others. You become the conduit. You become the catalyst that allows others to channel themselves into being able to empower themselves. What better gift could you give anyone? I don't think there's anything. Giving people zillions of dollars and whatever, there are lots of other things, but that in itself is priceless. So bear that in mind as you take your gift and decide whether or not it's going to be for you or for someone else. In the meantime, join me tomorrow night. I have this lovely, lovely lady from Australia who's going to join us, and she's going to be talking about human design. And if you haven't heard about it, oh my goodness, when it comes to holistic health and well-being and all that entails, you are in for a treat, a priceless treat, and you're going to love every moment of it. My friends, be and stay well, and I end every broadcast with you in this manner. Much, much, much love from my heart to your heart. Be well, take care of you first so that you can look after others, and there's so many others to look after. Rise into the best of your self-control and give that sovereign power and love that you have to others who need you. Much, much love, my friends. I'll see you soon. How about tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time? Much love. Cheers.